In Tanzania, President Samia Suluhu Hassan has named Wigulu Nchemba as the new prime minister following her sweeping victory in the October 29 election. Parliament quickly confirmed his appointment, but the post-election period has been marred by violent protests and allegations of vote rigging. Rights groups says hundreds may have died, though the government disputes the figures. All right, welcome from that news in the news, where we help you to understand what is going on around us in Nigeria and outside the world. And now to our next segment, interview segment, where we look at some subjects, things that are affecting us. We have analysts, our guests, to help us to understand what really is going on. Okay. The recent training boycott by the Super Eagles ahead of the World Cup playoff against Gabon has once again spotlighted a recurring issue: the treatment of our sport personalities, from unpaid allowances and poor welfare conditions to inconsistent administrative support. Many Nigerian athletes and officials continue to face challenges that go beyond the game itself. As the nation expects results on the field, the question remains: how well do we treat those who carry our flag and bring us pride on the global stage? With us in the studio to have a closer look is someone that you don't want to miss: the Super Eagles Boycott, where we shall be discussing a couple of things. And this is where Omali Chanwa.
All right, our guest this evening is Pastor Prince Austin Igwe Okolo, pardon me. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, it's really, really nice to have you with us.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I've been here. I'm a friend to Signature TV, so I've been here to rise at least.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're pleased to have you.
Thank you so much.
So,
thank you.
Okay. Something came to mind.
Yes.
What was your reaction, with the Eagle players, Super Eagles boycotting their training at Morocco?
Yeah.
What reaction? What was that thing? How did it feel for you?
Or your first emotional reaction to it?
The truth is this: I've been in the system. I played football.
Okay.
I played for Rangers for 4 years. I played for Yimba, so I have these experiences. We've gone to play continental games whereby they will not pay us, so we have to boycott games. We at times have to boycott trainings. So we know it's a normal phenomenon that we've seen in our football. Yeah, but it's quite unfortunate that it continues up to this moment. It's quite unfortunate. In fact, when I heard that, I said, it means these people are still doing this same thing up to this stage. That you see globally, football has become, in fact, a game that everybody loves watching. Everybody loves being part of it. So why should our own just be different? So it's just unfortunate. And I expected you see what is happening. You see what happened in today's game. Anytime you boycott training, you just have 2 days to play a game. It will affect the game proper. And that's what we saw this evening that happened. If they have done what is right, why should the boys come and boycott game? And most of the times, you see, the money is being made available. So you can imagine these foreigners, for them to decide to boycott training means that they have been passing through a lot of things all this while, and they have been keeping quiet. Players don't just wake up in the morning and boycott training. No, they must have been asking you for their money, you refuse to give them, and they now decide this is the next thing we're going to do.
So whose fault is it that these allowances are not paid? Is it something that probably the players didn't or did to do, or is it from the office of the NFF? And yeah, that's NFF, right?
Yeah.
Of course, it's from the office of the leadership. That's the NFF. Yeah. So you can't expect players, you understand, to start crying if the government has not given them the money. The NFF should be able to tell the players, government have not released the money, and everybody will know government have not released the money. But looking at the records of the past, That's why you can see the players come out fully and say, no, this is what you've been doing to us. And eventually we discover that the government had released the money, but the money didn't get into our hands. So how come you're telling us again government has not released the money? So if our problem is with the government, tell the government that this is what we said. So that is the problem. I think it's with the NFF, it's not with the government.
Now, you mentioned earlier that you used to play for Rangers.
Yes.
Were you playing because I understand that football is, people become footballers because they love playing ball, and then it's also a career path. Now, for you, were you playing because you loved football, or you just wanted to, feed? Because I asked this because if NFF is owing, and these are big stars playing in international clubs, and then you're coming home to play for your country, shouldn't you desire to, okay, let's do this because it's our country, regardless of what the system and the government and the federation is saying?
Good. Omarita, that's good. Now let's look at it from this perspective. If one of them is your husband, for example, and he comes back from England to play for Nigeria, and is telling you after playing, they're not paying us anything, we are going back to England again, next week we are coming back again to play, I think one day you call him and say, why not you concentrate where they are paying you? Now look at it from this other angle also. We have other people who are serving in this country in their own capacity. Now none of them has ever come one day and say, because we are serving this country, don't pay us. People that are the legislators and the rest of them, they collect their allowances for the work they are doing. So I think if you want these guys to be more committed, even myself when I was playing, yes, I love football. But at the same time, if you love football and the football cannot put food on your table, it can't meet your needs, I'm telling you the truth, you get frustrated and stop playing. So you play football to make money too. And not only that, these young men consider when they stop playing, they have looked back at those who stopped playing. They played like them, but today nobody's recognizing them. Nobody wants to know that this once carried the flag of this country. So they need the money so that they can set up something that can help them in future. They need the money to train their children. Some of them are not yet married. Some of them are married and their kids are still very little. So who takes care of them tomorrow if they are injured? Who takes care of them tomorrow if they stop playing? So they need this money now. Even, yes, we play because we love the country, but at the same time, my dear, you play also so that you can have something you can fall back to when you stop playing. And football is what you play with age. So there's no way they won't stop playing one day, just like myself will stop playing. So even the days of Chris Ejukudem and Mo Kaladem, the rest of them, they will say that they are playing for pride and things like that. But you can see today, it's also reflected in most of their lives. Many of them today, I'm the chairman of S Rangers today, we know what we're passing through. We look at their lives. So these men need money. If they have got so much, then maybe they would have had buildings everywhere. And today they are not begging anybody for any arms. But today they are looking for arms from every angle. They are sick. Nobody takes care of them. Nobody remembers that these people have once fought for this country.
Well, I have a question I'd like to ask you. But before I do that, I would like the viewers to know that I know you have questions you also want to ask, you want to contribute and share your thoughts on this very conversation, but you can do that with us on the People's Forum. That's the call-in segment where we open the phone lines for you to call in and share your thoughts on what we're going through, on what your thoughts are regarding what we're discussing. And Omar is going to help us with the phone line for you to share, call in, even if it's displayed on the screen. You can also, some of them may be just busy in the kitchen watching. So
yes. All right, to join our conversation on People's Forum later in the evening, the numbers to call are 081. The number to call is 081-4810-8254. I take that again, 081-4810-8254. And we still have the sports administrator and the chairman of ex-Rangers International Footballers Corporation in the studio with us. So my next question, I don't know if you have a question, because I have this little, maybe growing enthusiasm for football. So maybe that's why I'm interested.
I also have a question. And I also have this love for football too.
I
doubt it's as much as yours, right?
Right. Now, with the way Nigeria treats the Nigerian government, treats a whole lot of things. Education, health, with a little bit of nonchalancy, if I dare say. Do you think that's the same thing that happens with football? Because saying that football is like an image that, you know, this thing is what we used to represent in the international environment, international community. Why do you think they treat football and footballers the same way they treat every other thing? Shouldn't there be an exception to football?
Now, let me paint it in a way that everybody will understand more. I was talking to my players. I have a football club, an academy. Yeah, I was talking to them last time. Then we started an outreach where we reach out to a lot of players and clubs, both in Enugu and outside Enugu, just to give these young men hope and make them understand that it's not yet over. Now look at it. If you talk about sports, I will tell you 90% of the people who are in sports, they are from poor families.
Okay.
Poor, 90%. Just mark my word, 90% they are from poor families. These men are struggling, these young men are struggling for a survival. All they need is an environment that is enabling, where they will have facilities that is up to the standard to train themselves and use their God-given talent to make a living for themselves and for their families. Now, for example, I have a player who played under my academy. In fact, the first time they invited me to their house, it was difficult for me to take one bottle of malt.
Why?
Yeah, the place was horrible. It was terrible. I can tell you the truth. The whole family staying in one small place like that. But I wasn't intimidated by that because I knew quite well that God has endowed him with a great gift. That this gift, all it needs is just an enabling environment to develop it. Then this guy becomes what he should be. Now coming to the question you asked me, if our country understands, the leadership of our country understands, just like the people who've seen over there, there's no enabling environment to develop these gifts that God has given to these young ones, that they can use not only for themselves and for their family, they can also use it to help every state that they are coming from, their communities and rest of them. Because this gift God has given to them, look at that young man. When I brought him out, he was 18 years old. Today, what are we talking about? He has become a multi-millionaire. He's a multi-millionaire today. Build houses for his father, build for himself, build in the village for them. He's living in US today.
Wow.
From this same career, now we need to start seeing that, oh, this is what leadership is all about. We must try as much as we can. Everybody is not asking you to carry money and give to them, but create an enabling environment where these boys can be able to work in, develop the God-given talent, train coaches, release these coaches to these boys, both the athletes and rest of them. You'll see they'll be doing exploit. But it's not the same in our country. It's not the same in our country. Go to our stadium, you see. It's just our governor, that the present governor of Enugu State, you can see what he's doing. He's working. Even that stadium, last time I heard, they want to change everything there. They want to do a lot of things. Today in Enugu, we don't have enough facilities where these younger ones can go and train. No good pitches and rest of them. Myself, I'm trying to get a place where, because I knew that very soon, you see, most of these boys, they will be frustrated. They'll be frustrated. And when you talk about security and rest of them, how do you talk about security when the younger ones that are the target of the enemy has not been employed?
They're vulnerable.
Yes, they are vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a problem that if our government will understand the power of sports generally, I'm not talking about football alone, sports generally.
Yes.
Look at ladies today.
Yes.
Nobody ever believed that this lady can be multi-millionaires. Today, helping their families. Go and check all of them from poor families. Very few of them, you can say they are from average family or a rich family. When I was playing for George United, we had only one player that you can say the father was rich then, because I don't know whether he's still rich today. You understand what I'm saying? But the rest of us from a poor families. So if you want to get these poor people and empower them, you must go down to these sports and other other maybe business and other things, you know, ahead. But I think it's important that we shouldn't neglect sports. All over the world, they don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that.
As a sport administrator that you are, do you think Nigerian sports administrators value athletes only when they win?
Of course, they do value them when they win. They do value them when they win. That is true. Because if you look at our preparation most of the time and hear what happened before they traveled, you discover that some of these athletes, they foot their bills by themselves, like buying for themselves the boot they will use to train and things like that. Some of them might even be sick. Nobody takes good care of them. So they are standing on their own, waiting for the day they will now carry the trophy. Everybody will now run. Because they know identifying with them, of course, will also make them known. So that's the way we normally see these athletes. We are not actually investing. I know what I'm talking about. I'm in the field. My brother, I'm in the field. I know what I'm talking about. So we're not just trying to speculate. We are telling you what is happening on ground. In my team today, God told me emphatically, see, because it's tasking. It's tasking. You need a lot of money to run this thing. Where you have up to 25 players, for example, now you want to run it the right way. Now, I keep telling people, I say, why do we falsify age? Why is it that the whites are not falsifying age? Now, look at it. Their program is age 13. From age 13 to age, from age 5 to age 14. They have gathered the people, those younger ones, those kids that are 5 years old. From 5 to 14, they have taught them everything they need to know. The techniques of the game and the rest of them. Why? Because the facilities are there. The equipments are there. They feed you. They don't see feeding as a big thing. We are giving you, so we are feeding you. How can we be feeding you? In fact, they'll be begging you in Europe to eat. This is good for you. Eat.
Because
so
you need to grow.
Yes, you need to grow.
Yes.
You need to grow. Eat. They'll be forcing you. You have to eat. You have to eat. When they see the talent in you, they will give you food to eat. They will give you medical attention. They will give you everything you need. Kids is not a problem, but here, if they give you tea in the morning, tea that is not even good, they will curse you and say, your mama, they give you this kind of tea in the house.
So how do we correct this? Because it's not enough to keep, complaining that these things happen. How do we move or maybe create a consciousness in our system that this is what plays out in other countries? How do we bring it home? How do we marry it? Because we need to grow.
Yeah.
So how do we, bring it home to us?
Now, for we to bring it home, it begins first with you accepting that you are not doing it right.
Okay.
That's the first thing you need to accept. Now, a situation whereby you've not accepted you are not doing it right. So how do you ever change anything? If you try to tell them this is not what it should be, they will tell you get out of this place. So it becomes difficult. So the first step is, can we see this is not the right thing we're doing? This is not the right way to go. But a situation whereby everybody have decided that we must keep trading that path, of course we'll reduce age. If they are 24, we'll say they are 17, so that they will play under 17 for us. Now, you don't know you are destroying the system. The system is destroyed. So what is our hope tomorrow? Now, somebody who played under 17 was supposed to graduate to under 20. Now, I discovered that those ones that played under 17, they can never graduate to under 20. They will look for people who are older to play under 20. That's not what it should be. Look at some of our players that played with Messi. They're no more playing.
Because they are old.
Yes, now they are older than Messi and they played with Messi under 17. Messi is still playing. Where are they? They have all vanished.
Wow.
I advocate against, listen, age falsification is not of God. You're lying. You're cheating. So when you say this other person falsify age, he has gone down to grassroots. Even the boy that is selling granite, he falsifies age now in Nigeria.
Sadly.
Okay. So Nigeria and Gabon today. Did you watch the match?
Yeah, I watched at least I watched some part of it. Yeah, I watched some part of it because I was in a meeting before.
Yeah, so can we get Can we just get your thoughts regarding that?
I keep telling people, I say, see, it's affecting us. It's affecting us. If you are in football business.
From the updates, we won 3-1. We didn't see that coming.
We won 3-1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Penalty.
No.
Normal game.
Full time. Yes.
Don't tell me that. This
Wow.
is miracle. Another miracle is happening now. It's just what I want to say now.
Yes.
You know, if you understand how these things operate, whenever Nigeria didn't perform well in the national level, it affects everyone who is in that business. It affects everybody. Because if you look at it, the whites, if they want to check which African country do we go to, which African country is performing perfectly well now, that we need to harvest younger players. Now they look at the national level, they discover Nigeria is no more performing well. It's Gabon now. They move there. So it's affecting us. So I keep telling them, I say, see, the reason why you can't be toying with our national team is that if our national team is not doing well, it's affecting the structure. It's affecting everything there.
Spreads like a disease.
I'm telling you.
Through the system.
Nobody comes to our players. You need to talk and talk and talk. This player is good. Like we normally have clips that we send on YouTube, and scouts all over the world go there to watch younger players so that they can take them abroad. So when they start seeing Nigeria is not playing well again, I say if you call the player is coming from Nigeria,
Yes.
they say Nigeria, no, Cameroon, they are better. Ivory Coast, these other people, they are better.
I know.
You understand what I'm saying? So we can't just be playing with our game. Look at what happened now. Nigeria is struggling to qualify for World Cup. Can you imagine this?
Easily.
Can you imagine this?
Easily.
It's funny now. We are praying every day because we can't be out of World Cup for the second time again. It's terrible. It's affecting us who are in the business. It's affecting us well.
But do you think the treatment, from the sport administrators could also be a factor to their performance?
Of course.
Reducing that morale.
But the thing is,
Of course.
Nigerians will not see it that way. Because, you understand that NFF is owing you people.
Yeah.
But we that you are representing,
Watching.
yes, we don't know that NFF is paying.
Nobody even cares to know. Deliver. That's
Yeah,
what people just
deliver
want to
and
know.
take us to World Cup.
That is why you are there. Now you are airing it that people should know. That's why they have to come out and speak. All the while they were quiet. You didn't hear anything from them. They were playing, flying, coming, taking the risk. My dear, the last time I fly should be in 2000 and what? With Rangers International. If you are flying, you will understand. If you are flying consistent, you will understand that it's not sweet to be flying.
Really?
I'm telling you the truth. It's not sweet.
That sounds
I wouldn't know.
like someone's dream.
I wouldn't know.
I'm telling you now.
I wouldn't
It's
know.
a risk.
Oh, yes.
It's a risk.
Okay, that part of
That
it.
part.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a risk.
Okay.
So those days, I had one experience those days. I said, "Kai God, if there's another means of traveling, I'll prefer that one." So people can't be taking such risk,
Yes.
coming down because of the love they have for their country. And many of these guys, they have the opportunity to nationalize other places, but they said, "No, we want to stay with our country." So why should they come here? You treat them not like ambassadors that they are.
Okay.
They're ambassadors. They should be treated well.
Yeah, I'm sorry, before we run out of time, like so out of time that we have to call it a wrap, Alex Iwobi
Yes.
took a picture of the hotel where they lodged at Morocco.
Yes.
And he didn't really say anything, he just posted it.
Yes.
And Nigeria started reacting, it was
Yes.
like a ghetto, the
Yes.
picture was not really good looking at all. But he later came back to say, see how now, I don't talk anything, I just post something. I'm grateful, it's better than nothing. Some people's position
For
are
him
worse.
to have gotten
Now,
to that point.
yes, now the question that I'm asking is, what are the implications for players to be honest with their opinion, with what they're going through?
That is what I'm telling you. For him to come back again and say that means that he knows these people will come after him.
All right, thank you so much. We are so beyond time. Thank you so much for being with us. I know you have your questions and you want to be part of the conversation. You can do that with us on the interview, the People's Forum, where we have a call-in segment where you can share your thoughts and be part of the program. We'll be jumping off for a short break just to come back and, of course, have a fashionista, right?
Yes,
Good.
coming up
Let's go
next
into that.
is Fashionista.
We are local.
International communities observing
Why the main market is in chaos. People are
We are national.
Those in support of this motion as amended, say aye.
we have taken it to by default.
We are international.
Israeli airstrikes.
Donald
11
Trump
British-
left us the worst unemployment.
Signature TV, news in your pocket.